President Madhav Kaushikji, Honorable Vice President Manoj Sharmaji, respected Dr. K. Srinivas Rao, Secretary Sahitya Akademi, Honorable Pradeep Jyoti Mahanto, eminent Assamese scholar, Dr. Judy Bhattacharya, the daughter of Virendra Kumar Bhattacharya, Dr. Devendra Devesji, Honorable Deputy Secretary Sahitya Akademi, esteemed speaker invitees, and all the cultured souls present in this august house. Indeed, I feel extremely privileged that I am sitting here in Sahitya Akademi headquarters to deliver the introductory speech of the 2-day-long Birth Centenary National Seminar on its former president and the first Assamese Jnanpith awardee, Virendra Kumar Bhattacharya. I am indeed too young to speak on his literary voice with a critic's eye. Therefore, I will refrain myself from delving deep into his oceanic creative genius. I will rather confine myself only to a few words of my own understanding of his creative genius, particularly with reference to two of his masterpieces, namely Mrityunjay and Tiaringo. Virendra Kumar Bhattacharya was not only one among few thinkers who led the renaissance in 20th century modern Assamese literature, he was also one of the early harbingers of the new consciousness into the modern Assamese literature, particularly into the Assamese novels. He is also one of the literary stalwarts who, along with a notable few, made a permanent place for Assamese literature in the mainstream map of the modern Indian literature. He is truly hailed as one of the magnificent makers of the modern Indian literature. I am further delighted, and it gives me immense joy as a devotee of Sri Aurobindo that the Birth Centenary National Seminar on Virendra Kumar Bhattacharya, a colossal virtuoso who happens to be the first biographer of Sri Aurobindo in Assamese, is being held under the aegis of the Sahitya Akademi at its headquarters here in New Delhi during my tenure as the convener of its Assamese Language Advisory Board. In this connection, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to respected Madhav Kaushikji and Dr. K. Srinivas Rao, the Honorable President and the Secretary Sahitya Akademi respectively, for accepting my request and proposal to hold this prestigious national seminar here at New Delhi itself. A versatile and prolific man of letters in more ways than one, Bhattacharya's writings spanned a variety of genres who leaves his mark in each one of them. Yet his fictional works are his most evident imprint upon the literary landscape of the 20th century Assam. He has left a remarkably indelible and distinctive stamp in this realm by the idiosyncrasy of his elegant creative traits. Elegant, for he is also a poet who actually loved to be called a poet at heart rather than a prose writer. His critically amazing comprehension of this space of creativity is something so unique that not only truly makes him a literary genius, it makes him stand apart from his contemporaries as well. Art reveals what nature hides, says Sri Aurobindo. Literature must also see what lies beyond the surface of the worldly existence, for literature too is an art. This is indeed another remarkable feature of the prolific creative genius of Virendra Kumar Bhattacharya, that he could see beyond the surface structures of the worldly existence, which enabled him to penetrate into the collective consciousness of the Assamese mind and shed light on its underpinnings that was not much known to the nation beyond Assam. For example, in Mrityunjay, he did not simply chronicle the historical facts and circumstances. He actually explored the nonsense of living, and the novel thus acquires a sense of proximity to the times, besides functioning almost like a testament. Recapturing the threads of history is itself a challenging task, and this to be wrought upon the fictional fabric and that too from another point of view, are even more challenging than that of death. It is indeed an extremely arduous exercise of highest creative genius and order. Yet, Bhattacharya always successfully demonstrated the feasibility of blending the imaginative and the real. He could do it effectively by paying attention to the intricacies of narrative design and plot. But his realism is rooted in the materiality of the world he depicted. That is why he always employed varying cultural registers with reference to the subject and the situation. This subtle yet significant marking method of Virendra Kumar Bhattacharya can be seen in his another prose masterpiece, Yarundam. He placed the vestiges of reality here in a society of which hitherto the mainstream Assamese readers were almost not accustomed. His inwardness with the subject, his enumeration of local, are some of his unique attributes that have endeared this Yarundam to generation of readers. Bhattacharya's unique narrative style is always marked by his profound understanding of the human experience. He had a prolific ability to craft stories that resonate with readers, explores the complexities and intricacies of human emotions and relationships. His brilliant novels, as it usually happens, overshadows the poet and the dramatist Virendra Kumar Bhattacharya. I therefore hope and wish to obtain a holistic portrayal of different facets of Virendra Kumar Bhattacharya as a prolific creative writer and thinker from this 2-day-long Birth Centenary National Seminar on him, being attended by a galaxy of invitee writers, poets, novelists, scholars, senior journalists, and critics. Despite being the first Assamese writer to receive the most coveted and prestigious Jnanpith Award, he was truly humble throughout his life. This humility is indeed the cornerstone of his great personality. When we speak of his legacy, apart from his own gigantic literary accomplishment, we must give due attention also to the achievements of the generation of writers he inspired and nurtured as the editor of the Ramdhenu. As an editor, his editorials in Ramdhenu, along with his blended composition of the journal's character, will surely stand out as a milestone in the annals of modern Assamese literature. He believed that literature can indeed bridge cultural divides and foster understanding in an increasingly fragmented world. Journey of his life from a very humble beginnings in a remote village of Assam to becoming a literary luminary of the modern India is indeed a real testament to his power of perseverance and creative genius. We can therefore say with legitimate pride that he is undoubtedly one of the most prolific nationally acclaimed creative writers to emerge from the modern Assamese world of literature, whose forte is well attested by the rich legacy he had left behind by his works in more ways than one. Let us all pay homage to this great soul in this auspicious year of his birth centenary, hoping once again that this seminar will open up the space for an engaging discussions on his life and works, shedding light on his role in shaping the modern Assamese literary vision, and wishing you all the best from the core of my heart. I finally conclude here. Thank you and namaskar to all.